Hello guys and welcome to Mass Effect Legendary Edition, where we are just started our journey on Mass Effect, the original, or Mass Effect 1 should I say, the original game from back in the late 2000s, 2009 I believe I first started playing this game, and I can safely say guys, this game has a very, very special place in my heart. I actually purchased a new laptop solely and exclusively just to play this game. When I first started playing it, I was overwhelmed with just wow. Yeah, the graphics were good, you know, the story was amazing, you know, the combat was good, everything about the game I really liked, and I thought I'd take the opportunity before I played the game any further is to play with you guys. I'm just going to turn it up a little bit on the old volume. Oh no, it is pretty high as it is anyway, that's fine. I'm just going to knock it up a little bit just to make sure that you guys can hear it as well. I believe it's pretty much loud enough as it is. To share my journey with you guys on this game, I don't think I got too much into the story, if I can remember correctly. I think I'm only... Actually, I don't know how you could tell what missions... Oh, I've done a little bit. Okay, so these are the missions. If you're familiar with Mass Effect, you can see I have done a little bit of the game, but nothing too major. I am a bit of a completionist. I don't rush the story in any way, shape or form. I like to take my time and, you know, explore and level up and do all the wonderful things in Mass Effect, or any game particularly with this sort of like tight where levels and experience. I like to maximise my chances as best as possible. This does look like to be an enemy facility. So yeah, so we're going to be journeying through all three of these games. I could start the game again from the beginning with you guys and start from very, very fresh, but in all honesty, you know, I don't think so. In all honesty, I think I've already put quite a bit of work in straight away, and I thought, never mind, just carry on from where we left off. There's plenty of opportunity for the game. These guys, yeah, plenty of opportunity to. Oh dear. Oh, okay. It's got these controls. Right, okay, fair enough. So blue's our shield, I believe, and the red is actually our health. So there's plenty of opportunity to play. We've got Mass Effect 2, 3 to go through, and I will be doing Andromeda. I have done an Andromeda playthrough already. I will be doing another one. Sorry, I start again. I have done an Andromeda playthrough already. I have started a new one, but I haven't got very far. So I will look forward to doing that with you guys at the end of Mass Effect 3. Their bodies just disappear. Oh dear. Wow. He definitely did not enjoy that. So yeah, they did. Okay, fair enough. How do I... Actually, how do I... Oh, okay.
On my way.
Oh, okay, it's Q. There's nothing left. Clearly not. So, I know a little while... Oh dear. Okay, how do I actually get back into the vehicle? Alright, where... key bindings. It's been a long time, guys. It's been a long time. I could try and find the date of the last save. I'll show you guys. It's a long time. Vehicles, shoot with right cannon, aim, jump jets, boosters, exit vehicle queue, leave world. So surely that would be the same. Alright, I've got a level 1 hazard pop coming up, so get into vehicle. How do I do that? Huh. So yeah, so I need to know how to get in the vehicle. It's been a long time. I really kind of need to learn how to map, sprint, toggle, crouch walk, quick save, shoot, aim. Do apologise, guys. It's been such a long time. Slots. Move forward, left, right, shoot, fire can, toggle, aim, change zoom level, boosters, exit vehicle. So why can't I actually get back into that vehicle? Oh, okay. Yeah, I really do not know. With it. I don't even know how I run. So I really apologise for this. The controls are not what walk, crouch, sprint, space view. Okay. I'm gonna have to really change. Where's the door? Change the controls because. Yeah, I know. I'm taking damage. Taking damage. There's a door here somewhere, pretty sure. How do I use that? Huh. How do I use... Oh, okay. Oh, spacebar. Okay. So... Yeah, I'm really going to have to learn the controls. Because... You know... It's one of those games I have to relearn big time. Oh, okay, making friends. Come on, guys. I don't even know my special powers or your abilities, I don't know. Very good. Now the difficulty is set on Insanity, the hardest setting I could get on the game. I wanted a bit of a challenge. So all the enemies are like absolutely solid. There's one down. Ah, he is tough.
I will destroy you.
But you will. Okay, we're taking them down. Sniper rifle. Oh, take all. Recovered items. Okay. I've got an assault rifle, the Banshee Mark 5. I do remember all this sort of stuff. I don't know. What have I got? What's this? Shotgun. Okay, you've got an amalgamation of weapons. So the weapons I've got are pretty lower tier, if you guys remember. If you played Mass Effect before. I actually remember that the rifle actually got like a space marine bolt gun where it's explosive. This guy is tough.
Bring it on!
So I know I can send these guys in there like this. They should move up. That's it. Oh wow, okay, there's more than one.
Hang on.
That's what I got. That's not very cool. Oh wow, that's not good.
Slow them down.
Got him. Huh, even there. Oh, the bodies are dissolving.
Not now, Shepard.
Two more targets. The old shotgun is fantastic, really. You know, it's all the guns in this game all have their place as always. One more. Just disintegrates. I think they're up there. One thing I did like about this particular version of Mass Effect was the ammunition was infinite. I think if I remember correctly that the big blocks of metal were in these guns, and because of the Mass Effect, which actually is what was that? Oh, okay. I'm going to run away. It shaves off a slither of the block and fires at supersonic speeds. But everything does so much damage to me. It just hurts. So there are the special abilities you can give your guys to use, and you can tell them what weapon to use. I don't know if they specialise in a particular weapon, I don't know. They're obviously told where... Are they following me, are they? Okay. I definitely got to be doing controls. So there was a big argument for many years, although to my knowledge, obviously I don't know if there really is, but to my understanding, anybody here? About the actual sex of Commander Shepard. Oh, okay, I don't remember how to do that. I'll do it in a minute. Okay, I'll do it in a minute. Whether it was whether she was, because I'm playing as a female Commander Shepard, referred to she for the purposes of deciding, for obvious reasons, whether or not she was male or female, and I think the consensus was female, as far as I think the original Commander Shepard was going to be, when it was first coming to fruition. I think the male one is stereotypically the default one that you play, but I think it is actually Commander Shepard was supposed to be female. But correct me if I'm wrong. Well, by all means, please do so. Just to give you an example, there's the date. 30th of March 2022 is when I last played the Legendary Edition. I even think my first save I ever made, 5 minutes in, was actually November 2021. And today's date is 11th of October 24. So it is going back a fair few years. I need to learn how to do this again. Okay, I remember. I'll take cool for now. I can access that in a minute. Game menu override. So you can use Omni Gel. Omni Gel is like the. You can use it to heal yourself as well, I think, and all sorts. But I'll have a look at that in a second. Okay. Okay, cool. That's good. So we'll drop it open, another save. Again, this is another game where I will always promote saving and saving often. Right, so we want equipment. So recovered items, take all. Now it's looking at what are these? These are mods. Plutonium rounds for. So they obviously give you bonuses. Okay, as and when they're, you know, whether you collect them. So that's the best rounds I've got. What about this? Do I change anything? No. Rail extension, damage, heat absorption, stability. Rail extension there. So that is actually better. That one. No, you better sort by level. That's what ideally we want. Right, so my shotgun. So that's the comparison. So you look at, they're the same. So you pick, different weapons have different stats. Obviously, and the higher the version, the better the weapon. I think you take I cover barrel 2. Rail extension 4 damage. Now we make fire position. I could just take that one. Yeah, that's fine. Pistol. Improve sights. Oh, that's quite cool. You can detect where they are. That's pretty decent. Plutonium rounds again. The best I've got for the moment. And the sniper. What's that one got? Anti-personnel rounds. Yeah, I might go plutonium rounds again. Accuracy, improved sighting. Okay, so yeah, you can customize all your stuff, and you can also sell certain mods, and you can resort them to Omni Gel. Now, this is the only game where you can obviously adjust and change your uniform, armor, and to be honest with you, I always try to play the game as with the original armor, unless I can find a better one than the Onyx 1. I don't think I've yet to find one. I don't remember if there is one available. I know in my original playthrough, my Shepard just looked ridiculous in the end of the armor he was wearing, but it did offer the better protection all round, so it was worth it. But I believe I wanted to try and see if I could keep this armor on, because it is the N7 armor. But just to prove to you that the options, if you look at gameplay, insanity, you can see it's all set to the maximum difficulty possible. So here, so break crack this. Heavy armor. So I don't actually know if I can find Onyx, but in the second and third game, you get to keep your armor. You just modify it. If I'm led to believe correctly. So that one does more damage, and heat sink's pretty bad. Accuracy rate's a bit better. These stats will obviously go up in time. I think the Avenger is the original Earth-based weapon that you can get. I'm not too sure. Is it worth the extra damage? Probably not. No. I don't want to mess around too much. You see, all the stats there are much better. By miles. But if I was to click on it, transfer installed upgrades. Actually, what does that upgrade do? Okay, see, it's much different. Much different. Much different. And that's the original, you see, it's all worse. But it is the original N7 armour. So I'm not really sure where I want to go with that, to be honest with you. And the higher the grade as well, you get more slots, if I remember correctly. You get more slots as you level up. This is much better. That's fine, we'll just keep as it is for now. So we'll have another look around. But I do seem to remember that, yeah, Commander Shepard was originally supposed to be female. They're pretty decent. Incendiary rounds. Yeah, they were pretty badass. So we'll definitely take them. Can I? Last weapon I choose. Yeah, they're pretty cool. Can I? Oh, okay. How am I supposed to get them then? Pretty sure I was going to tell you to pick up. Never mind, I'm not going to swallow it too much. I need to alert. Oh, I tell you what, I wonder if it's spacebar to get back in my vehicle. Where is it? There it is. Fatigued. So the hazard, you can see level 1 hazard. The higher the level hazard, the more damage you'll take when it runs out, and the quicker it'll run out. Yes, it says spacebar to get in. Okay. Right, so I think I've explored everywhere, but I'm going to have a look around. Now, when I land on these... Oh, okay. When I land on these planets, I do have a good look around. I don't leave a stone unturned, so whether you enjoy or not, I will be making efforts to look around, because you can find resources. Resources are not shown on the map. They are generally, well, they are when you get close to them, but they're not on the bigger map. This one, not shown on that. So, but it's one of those games where I do like to admire the view. That's that one. Remember when I played Horizon Zero Dawn? That's another game that I genuinely appreciated the scenery, appreciated the views that you could do, and this is one of them. You know, it's just another one of those games. I mean, this is like a near future sort of, not near future, but it's moderately near future setting where mankind has and is able to reach out to the stars. And for me, as a big Mass Effect fan, as well as Star Trek and Star Wars and all the lovely space sort of themes, the fact to land on different planets, explore different worlds, view stars from different angles is fantastic. And it's something I really enjoy. So we're not going to spend too much time just running around this thing on the planet. So a little brief look around, and then we're going to make way back to Normandy. I found some evidence of that Asari, those slaves. I don't think there's anything more on this planet. I think that because I've already dealt with it or mined it, or we've done it. Just to confirm, I should have a little marker next to it if I have. I think that actually is where I started. Nice to know where it is for a start. Sometimes you have to really work it. What have I? Yeah, see, it's got a yellow marker next to it. It means I've already claimed it. The good thing about this, you don't seem to crash or damage this by doing that, if I remember. Now, I can remember many a times years ago when I was playing, I would literally explore and roam around for a long, long time. I don't necessarily want to drag you guys into this deep exploration too much because it might get a little bit boring, and I don't want to make these videos about Mass Effect boring. I also want to be able to have a good look around and just make sure I've been up there yet. We'll just target up here and call it. Make sure I've explored everywhere and made the most of my time on the planet because I do not want to return once it's completed. You guys Mass Effect fans, did you play the series, trilogy? What did you think of Andromeda? We'll have more conversations about Andromeda when we are playing it. That won't be for some time. So on my channel, you guys will have noticed there are plenty of different games I'm currently playing with you guys, going through. And these games do take time to complete. I think I've already been to that. And a lot of the time I don't want to rush. You know, some people, they like to... I don't really think I've been in. I'll get out and check anyway. I definitely think some people prefer just to... Oh, okay, I haven't. Prefer to rush these games, go straight to the story. You know, that's fine to a certain capacity. Everyone's different. Okay, I'll take that. That's fine. If that's the way you want to play your game, then you know, fair play to you. Kudos. Some people a bit more like me, where it's not a race, especially games that are single player. I'll give you guys a rundown. For example, you have I'm going away. I think the boundaries here. I think, yeah, the boundaries there. Oh, yeah. Mass Effect, Red Dead Redemption 2. Baldur's Gate 3. That's the space single player one was on tip of my tongue a minute ago. Anyway, the single player games like this, you know, you don't need to rush. No point rushing. But some people just want to ignore the rest of it, just do the story. So that's absolutely fine. I don't think there's anything left on this planet. I think we're done. I'm here, I can't go any more in that direction. The red boundary won't let me. Yeah, see, red boundary is a no-go. I do think that is it. I really would have thought plot. I really would have thought I've done that one though. I've already done that. Unless there's something else I've missed. I don't think so. But yeah, as the Mass Effect games went on, they did, yeah, that's that area. They did change planet exploration and the way each game kind of handled and the way the gun mechanics worked and vehicles. They did change a lot. Now, while you'd like to think that games progressed in the right direction as they went forward in new versions, sadly, see, I've already been here. Can't drive to save my life. I'm just going to ninja back in there just very, very quickly. I just want to make sure.
On my way.
I haven't missed anything because this plot. I'm just thinking, am I missing it? No. No. Okay, it's just still an old marker. Okay, it's fine. Not all directions that the game's going are for the better. Not at least, you know, from the way I look at things. When you get called back to this, return to the normality. Yes, please. Sometimes, like, I give a bit of a spoiler. I know some of you guys are probably already aware of it. The gunplay and the mechanics in Mass Effect 2, I believe 3 was the same in most capacity. For me, wasn't the best. It's just you basically in this game you have unlimited ammo. You can do what you want in that regard, but sadly in the other games you didn't. And the excuse was, I believe, to do with Geth. The Geth had these modules over to higher sustained fire, etc. They had thermal clips, which basically is like your normal clip of ammunition. And I found a few cases, especially on the harder difficulties, you started to run out of ammunition, but there were guns available that gave you unlimited ammunition, which are the ones I kind of did.
Do you have some time to talk now, Commander?
Of course. Have a seat.
We've played it pretty close to the book so far, but we're a long way from backup. We've got some tough calls to make. I'm just saying, try to leave yourself a way out. I've seen what cutting corners can do, and I'd hate to have that happen to you, Shepard. Commander.
That's not the appropriate way to address your commanding officer, Lieutenant.
I wasn't speaking to you as my commanding officer, ma'am. I don't want to send any bad signals. Just, working on what I've picked up. You tell me if I'm going too far.
I'm listening. Tell me why you feel the need to speak up.
I'm not questioning any decision you've made, Shepard. Let me be clear about that. It's just my experience that once someone lets something slide, it tends to pick up speed. Do you get my meaning?
Talk to me, Caden. You got a little black rain cloud sitting over your head.
I'll try to keep the deck dry. You know the records about the Biotic training out on Jump Zero? They're all classified, because the Alliance made mistakes. After first contact, Kinetics was set up to track Element Zero exposures and develop implants for humans. Once we had an embassy on the Citadel, Kinetics could bring in experts instead of taking it slow.
Is there some reason we couldn't learn it on our own?
They didn't know where to start. Hell, it took a couple of years to even link Biotics and EZO. Forget trying to get the kids to move stuff. They had trouble just helping them not break their own limbs. And their choice of teachers didn't help much.
The only experts would have to be aliens.
Dead on. Turians, actually. That's why Kinetics kept it a secret. They were afraid of what people back home would think, asking the Turians for help when we just fought a war with them.
The Asari would have been more acceptable than the Turians.
Yes, but the company didn't go through the Citadel. It would have made Earth look weak, so they discreetly hired some Turian mercenaries.
I'm sure Kinetics did what they thought was best.
It wasn't best for us. They brought in an ex-military Turian named Commander Vernus. To introduce himself, he liked to say, "I was at the helm of the dreadnought that killed your father." Well, I told him my dad wasn't in the war. He'd retired to Vancouver. My family had an inland home that matured to new beachfront. Vernus had it in for me after that. He cut corners, pushed hard. I mean, you either came out a Superman or a wreck. A lot of kids snapped. A few died. The point of all of this, I guess, is that when you cut corners, it's not always obvious who pays for it.
So why are you telling me this? Is there something I can do to help you get over it?
I'm 32, Shepard. You don't serve as long as I have without coming to terms with yourself. You also learn that if someone is special to you, you help them. Try to keep them from making mistakes.
Special, huh?
If I'm out of line, just say the word.
Don't think I'll engage in anything romantic.
You're not out of line, Caden. But there are regs.
I get you, Shepard. I don't make a habit of complicating the chain of command. Just think about what I said.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Dr. Tassoni. She seems nice enough. I mean, if you like the bookish sort.
Any intentions there, Lieutenant?
None, Commander. I prefer adventurous women.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
We'll talk later, Caden.
I'd like that.
So I don't know whether or not I've engaged in some sort of romance there. If I have, fair enough. But I don't know. What's this? Oh, codex update. Okay, cryopods. I think these are. Okay. Oh, you can still run the ship. That's useful. Ah, it's the good old doctor. What's this? Oh, replenish med gel. Cool.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How well do you know the Lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission, but he has an impressive service record, over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Caden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse, and the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth, or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
I must admit, I am getting. What's this? Oh, it's Dr. Tassoni. Dr. Tassoni. Hello.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
I'm just glad we got there in time.
so am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
Okay.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
I don't understand it. She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more involved in shaping galactic events. Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren would somehow be for the greater good in the long run. At least I hope so.
This hurts you, doesn't it?
None of this makes any sense to me. I have not spoken to Benezia in many years, but I know her, and this was not like her. Something changed.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved. But it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
Benezia never told you her partner's name?
Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood, though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face. It is a great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
Maybe she wanted to meet you but couldn't. Something could have happened to her. Maybe she passed away.
You might be right. I hope you are. But I have no way to know for sure. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
Oh, I've done this
She
one again.
rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was
Benezia
another
never told you her partner's name?
union with her
I
own.
can get past this guy. Sorry
It is
about doing the
possible
same
Benezia's
again.
partner was embarrassed by their union. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly.
I should go.
Goodbye,
Sorry
Commander.
about that. I just say that again. So yeah, just didn't want you guys to go through it all again. It's a loop. So let's have a wander around the ship. I have to say, brings back a lot of nostalgia playing this game again. This is my quarters, I think. I believe this is, yeah, I believe so. Lot of nostalgia. I cannot tell you guys how it makes you feel playing a game that you've played before so many years ago to finally play it again. It's a bit like the Streets of Rage series that is on my channel. It's just unbelievable to play a game after so many years, and I can remember this game when I got it. It just blew my mind, you know, absolutely blew my mind. And compared to games these days, you could say it's a little bit basic, I suppose, in some regard.
It feels like we're getting near the end, doesn't it, Shepard? With Saren, I mean.
We're actually more through this than I realised. I can't be sure.
It won't be much longer. One way or another, it'll all be over soon.
You'll find the conduit before he does. I know you will. You have to. And after this is all over, when my pilgrimage ends and I go back to my own people, I'll be proud to say I was a part of it.
We couldn't have done this without you, Tali.
You've been good to me. A lot of people treat Quarians like second-class citizens. They just want us to go back to our fleet and disappear. But you've treated me just like everyone else on your crew. Like an equal. That means a lot, and it says something about you. Whatever happens, I just want to say thank you for that.
I'm gonna miss you when you go back to your own people, Tally.
That won't happen for a while yet. I'll be right here anytime you need me.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed. In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births, though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials?
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts. It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins, what they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
How come the council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. 1 million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
So the Geth share brain power?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in a group, the smarter they are.
So there's some sort of group consciousness?
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input. Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
What made them rebel?
As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The Geth were created to engage in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long. The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the Geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves. It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
Hey, you can't blame them for fighting for their survival.
We had no other choice. The Geth were already on the verge of revolution. By acting quickly, we had a chance to end the war before it began. The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exile, searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
It's hard to feel sorry for you. Your ancestors tried to wipe out another species.
We made a mistake when we created the Geth in the first place, but we did not make a mistake when we went to war against them. If we had not acted, they would have wiped us out. They're a synthetic life form. They have no use for organics. None. Why do you think they cut themselves off from the rest of the galaxy? Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
I didn't mean to offend you.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get so worked up. Most Quarians tend to have pretty strong opinions about the Geth.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when a gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast us out. Before we leave, we are given lessons in how to survive outside the flotilla, and given gifts to help us on our journey. We also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease. Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most. By the time we leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. This is a rite of passage for all Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
I should go.
See you later.
Oh, there we go. We've learned a lot about our crew.
Something I can do for you, Commander.
Yeah. Okay.
Carry on,
I think
Adams.
I've spent enough time talking to everybody. I know there's a couple of other characters to talk to. I no doubt I probably already spoke to them, but I don't want to necessarily. Oof. Let's have a look.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Something bothering you?
It's Aaron. I'm starting to wonder whether we'll ever find him. He's always one step ahead of us, and he's got those damn Geth.
We're getting close, Garrus. we'll find him.
I wish I had your confidence. I just can't stand the thought of him getting away with everything he's done. I know you're doing everything you can, and if anyone can catch him, it's you, but if there's anything else I can do to help, anything, just tell me what you want me to do, and I'll do it.
I understand your concern, but we will find him. Just make sure you're ready to go when we do.
Yes, ma'am. You can count on me. Thanks for hearing me out. I appreciate it. Can I ask you something, Commander?
What is it?
Are you worried that the Council might be protecting Saren? I mean, they were really dragging their heels before. What if we find him, bring him back to the Citadel, and they refuse to act?
You seem to have some thoughts on this. Speak your mind, Garrus.
Well, maybe we shouldn't give them the chance, Commander. In my opinion, Saren's too dangerous to be kept alive. Too much could happen. He could escape, or the Council might let him go. If we find him, when we find him, I say we make sure we stop him permanently.
It'll depend on the situation. I'm not committing to anything until I've got him in my sights.
Fair enough. Either way, I'm right behind you, Commander.
Nice, nice.
Shepard,
So you'd rather be a merc than help your people?
I'm a fighter. It's what I do.
Aren't you at all worried about what will happen to the Krogan?
What the hell do you want me to do about it, Shepard? I'm tired of sticking my ass on the line and getting nothing for it.
So you decided to go your own way?
I decided killing for credits was better than killing for a lost cause. I'm no hero, Shepard. Bottom line, killing for credits simplifies things.
You ever think about helping your people?
I try not to. But there's a lot of Krogan mercs out there. I'm always running into them. Half the time I'm being paid to kill them. But that's just part of the job. You don't get to pick who your enemies are.
So long, Rex.
Okay. I will talk to Rex in a little bit more detail another time. I'm going to drop it a save because I don't want to lose all the dialogue progression that we've just had. We're running a bit low on time, so I'm going to have a look at the journal and see what's next. I think the mission. I think missions is the actual main story. And the assignments are stuff to do on the side. So let's have a look at the map and see what we've got next. So there's a lot of dialogue in the game. There's a lot of things you can do, discuss with people. So it's always worth, especially I don't think Mass Effect has a system where you gain favour with people. It's a bit like I guess Baldur's Gate, I guess, where you have like people dislike you or like you. I can't remember. I'm not too sure. It might be that way. I've actually got the soundtrack to all this, and I love the way the planets look. I think it's absolutely brilliant. Brilliant. Now I actually made a habit of scanning each planet. I'm not too sure. You could read all about it as well. When I first played the game, I used to read all about the planets. Really make an effort. Considering this game came out, I'll have to double check, but I think it's about 2009. Survey. You were scanning the planet of Porolon when a strange signal came from orbit. Navigator Presley determined the signal was from an ancient beacon. Your salvage team brought the beacon aboard and found one of Matriarch, I gotta say this correctly, Dilinaga's writings in its storage compartment. We'll got this planet here. Survey. Gas deposit surveyed. Scans from orbit have detected a large concentration of xenon. Yeah, brilliant. And that's the planet we were just on. Look, this is land. But yeah, brilliant. Okie dokie. So I think what I did before is I would go to each one in each area and I would scan them. Now I don't actually remember if I've done all these, and we've already hit an hour of play. So you could take the time to read that if you want to. I did it years ago, so I won't be myself sat here reading it all. But it really is amazing all the detail that's gone in to each world, a bit of description. You can also find stuff in asteroid fields as well if you go around. And as a bit of a completionist, that's what I do. I do exactly this. And just scan all the planets. So, of course, next session, I'll be a bit more adapted to the game. I do explore these sort of areas. I will not be offended at all but period 275 Earth years. If you guys, my house quite cold. You guys skip all this sort of stuff, then I'm going to completely understand. So we'll just scan this system very quickly while we've got a bit of bonus time. Normally, I usually end my videos after about a maximum of an hour. Oh, there you go. See unknown. Telic asteroid. Nice. So just scan across like this, and you might find something. So it doesn't look like I've done this before. Nice. Okay, so there's a colony down there. You can't visit it because it would say land. So surface gravity 0.4 g. Earth is considered 1 g, 1 gravity, 1 force of gravity when calculating and comparing to other worlds. In case you guys didn't know, but any Mass Effect fan would probably already know this. So this is part of the game. You don't have to do all this. You literally just concentrate on the story and complete it. But oh, there we go. There we go. You can do the main story. For me, this is what I do. Wow, long old time. So we have one more system to look at. Sparta. This is Sparta. So yeah, I'm hoping you guys will stick around for this series as I really... Oh look, one Earth here, look. Exactly, day length exactly the same. Oh no, one Earth here, day length, one Earth here. I do hope you guys stick around for this series. This game, as I said before, means a lot to me. And it would be a great honour to complete this series, loosely bound together by gravity, with you guys joining me for it. As I say, it will be land. Okay, so we'll zoom out that one for now. Explore the rest in the system. Wow, 80 years, nice. He'll be on it to complete this whole series with you guys. After this, we will go to Mass Effect 2, and after that, survey. Gas deposits surveyed. Scanned small but have detected a large concentration of hydrogen. And after Mass Effect 2, we shall of course go to Mass Effect 3 and then Andromeda. You guys, if you haven't got Mass Effect or you've never played it, you guys will get to see the differences in the games. I haven't completed much of the story on this one. I don't seem to remember, and based on what I've looked at, I've done more side missions than anything else, so I haven't really done much of the actual story. So we're going to land on the planet. So here you go, so you get to pick your team. I really don't remember my character actually fair? What is she? A soldier? Is she Biotic? I don't remember. I think she's soldier by the looks of it. But I must admit, prefer playing Biotic, to be fair. But anyway, so you got the purple Biotic, tech, strength, and combat strength. So you can, each character will have a variation of these strengths. Now I'm going to assume, because of this, I am a combat particular character. I don't think that poses. I don't know if they give you any sort of other assets to it. I'm not too sure. I'll do. So I'm not too sure whether or not you pick like tech, for example, they hack. You do all the hacking. I'm not too sure if actually do you get any benefits. You could go all combat. I'm not too sure. Oh, have I been here before then? I'm going to drop it as save. I have suspicion. This is the... No, it's not. As I say, this is the planet I've already, like, come off. So I'm going to play for the next 10 minutes, so we're on my clock. We've got... Oh, I've done it already, I think. Distressing, no. I've got 1 minute, 1 hour, 7 minutes. I'm just going to carry on until 1:10. And I will be calling it a day unless this... I think this is done. It turns out dead. I might try one deposit. But I'm not too sure where I have been, where I have not been, because that's another truck of some kind. Ooh. Not ideal. So let's these guys are all dead. They usually have something in it. Wow, that's sad. Yeah, so I think I've already dealt with this incident. What dead world? Can you imagine being abandoned here and just left? And you're like, where do I go? What do I do? I don't actually know. Can I actually see my character? How do I...
On me!
Oh, okay, that's to call people back. I've just found that out now. What's the option for character sheet? I just want to have a look for character sheets so I can see codex, equipment. There must be some way I can look at my character. No? Oh, code journal, squad. Soldier. So I've started as a soldier. I think I really wasn't sure if Shepard was traditionally a soldier or Biotic. I think soldier. Shepard was a soldier. I think I did this up, and I was a soldier. I do like the Biotic personally. I do like the Biotics personally, but I just think Biotics are cool. Unlock shotguns. Unlock sniper rifles. Oh, can't I use sniper rifle then? Having more health, especially in this setting, is always worth it, but I think I'll leave it there. Okay. So yeah, that's where I stand. Level 16. That's where I stand at the moment. I'm going to drop it another save. I'll drop it a new save because why not? I think that's 1 minute 10. 1 minute 10. Sorry guys, 1 hour 10. I think that's a good spot to leave it there. I've got a lot of relearning to do this game. I'm hoping you guys actually enjoyed what you saw of Mass Effect 1, the original. Apologies if it's a bit slow. it is a role-playing game. I will intend to talk to people and do conversation, and I know many of you guys will appreciate that and enjoy that. And no, I can't steal this. It's a bit of a shame in a way, because look at that big gun. But okay, a bit noisy. But it's a long journey. I haven't done much of the main story. I don't think any of you guys would probably recognise these missions, and that's what's next. So there's plenty to do in the game, and I will be continuing this epilogue. Is that the right word? This saga of missions with Commander Shepard, and I really look forward to doing what you guys said before. So that's enough for now, and I wish you guys safe travels, especially on Earth, where it's a lot more friendly than the environment she's in. I look forward to seeing you all next time. Take care.